Yeah. You know where you're gonna be when the world ends? Cause I know where I'm gonna be, Listen up, check it. I awoke one morning, broke its pouring, took a look outside my window to feel the wind blow. And I remember thinking to myself, this must be the end all. People bent all out of shape, going mental. Kids roam the streets without parentals. I take out my pencil, figuring what the I might as well go down with the one I trust. I look up to see an old friend out of breath, a rare familiar face in this town of death. He said, what's going on? The stocks are crashing, most died, but all the cops are laughing. I replied, what did you expect should not to happen? The ship was sunk way before they shot the captain. We're all just passengers atop this planet, and those with power wanted action. I think there is a fine line between the atomic design from Einstein and guys who hide lies inside but find pride saying they could blow up the world 5 times. And we ain't no felines with 9 lives, so one's enough to end my time. But why cry before you and I die, my friend? This is only the very beginning of the end, yeah. Time Warner, prepare to stop the prince. I'm convinced this is apocalypse. You ought to sit and wait for the clock to tick. Pick a spot and witness the apocalypse. No need to see a therapist. Corrupt nations and terrorists got that shit, so watch that shit and wait for the atom to split and get rocked by apocalypse.
17 years ago, man unleashed the power of the atom. He thereby took into his mortal hands the power of self-extinction.
I sat calmly and watched my world become a circus. My friend spoke with a nervous tone, like his bones froze under the surface. He was afraid, I was certain. He said, man, what did I do to deserve this? Never lost faith or went churchless, and I've been working my whole life, even serviced in the army. Now my life is worthless. My inner thoughts were urging, splurging out till I inserted my own wording. Out of your mind you gotta be if you think all technology turns obsolete. What do you think made cancer a common disease? Why don't you ask these victims on the street? We plagued a nation with radiation, set the time bomb, then sat back and waited. Maybe next time those who conducted dumping junk and earth destruction will give one even 2 when the apocalypse fucking knocks both their lungs in. Time Warner, prepare to stop the prince. I'm convinced this is apocalypse. You ought to sit and wait for the clock to tick. Pick a spot and witness the apocalypse. No need to see a therapist. Corrupt nations and terrorists got that shit, so watch that shit and wait for the atom to split and get rocked by apocalypse.